guided tour kasi free yun. So, tour nila.
Get to know a lot of information about Intramuros.
So, while we are waiting for our tour,
And then this area, out there are these shells and part at that tape are the two soldiers. Those soldiers. In this chapel shall live an hour.
good morning. Just woke up here in Intramuros. Papasyalan natin tong Fort Santiago. I'm with myself. So this is the entrance. Regular fee is 75 pesos. That's undiscounted price is 50 pesos for students, senior citizen, and PWD. Good morning. Good morning.
Morning po.
Saan po nagpaparegister na ano? Yung sa
IBC
guided?
office? Ayun, last chamber. IBC.
Ayun sa doon. Punta lang po ako sa register.
Register na kayo doon, sir.
Thank you. Pumunta kami ngayon dito dahil i-avail namin yung sa post na Intramuros Administration Facebook page na free guided tour. So let's see. Sa last chamber daw. Information Center. Hello, good morning. So we're here at Fort Santiago. Yung guided tour kasi free yon. So ang guided tour pala is pag every weekends is 9 o'clock ng umaga at 4 o'clock. So, 2 beses lang siya sa isang araw. So, same with Casa Manila. So, 9 o'clock in the morning and 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Nakapunta naman na ako dito sa Kasimaysin. Nakapunta na din dito sa Intramuros ng ilang beses. Pero ngayon lang namin i-experience yung guided tour. So, ang sabi ni ate is every weekend na yung free guided tour nila tuwing 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. So, dito sa Information Center, nagpaparegister at dito din ang waiting area nila. So, while we are waiting for our tour, kain muna sila ng ice cream. Wow, sarap! So, habang nag-aantay, pwede din dito mag-antay sa loob. So, may table na may chess at may table na may sungka. Alam mo magsungka? Michael, alam mo magsungka? Sungka tayo. So, ito, kukuha ka ng shell. Okay. Ganyan ba? Tapos pag tumandun, ito yung bahay ko. Ganyan ba? Siyempre di kita lalagyan kasi house mo yun. Oo. Oh, ikaw na. Kuha ka kung saan mo gusto. Ay, wala na. Hindi mo magsungka.
So hello everyone, welcome to Intramuros. My name is Betty. I'm from the Tourism Promotions Division of Intramuros Administration. And welcome again to Intramuros. So, did you know where the name Intramuros came from? So, the Intramuros name came from two Latin words, which is intra meaning within and muros meaning walls. That's why it is called within walls or the walled city of Manila. So Intramuros was established by the Spanish Governor General Miguel Lopez de Legazpi, and it was established in 1571. So it became a colonial seat for military, political, and religious power for over 400 years until it was damaged or destroyed by World War II in 1945. So it is now being gradually rebuilt from the ashes of war by the Intramuros administration. So Intramuros administration is a government agency attached to the Department of Tourism, and it was formed in 1979. They are responsible in the proper restoration and development of the walled city. So right now you are here at Fort Santiago. Fort Santiago is the main citadel or the fortress of the old Manila. And over there is the Plaza Moriones. That is Plaza Moriones. It is named after the Governor General Domingo Moriones, who upgraded the Manila sewage system. And it is the original parade ground of the fort. It is surrounded by several military installations, so you will see it. So you will see more as we go on with our tour. On our right side, that's the Royal Almesanes. So that's a 10% of the original Royal Almesanes. It was once extended up until the Bamboo Garden over there. So it used to be a storage from the goods from the port, and then later became a barracks until it was destroyed during the World War II. And then this area, this one, the chambers that you can see here, is what you call the Baluarte de San Francisco Javier, Baluartillo de San Francisco Javier. So these chambers are 10 chambers, composed of 10 chambers. Before, during the Spanish period, they used it as a storage for the goods as well. And then later, when the Japanese occupied Manila, they used it as prison cells and torture chambers. And then now, it houses the Intramuros Visitor Center. So let's proceed here. Just follow me. So this area is what you call the ruins of the American barracks. So it was first built in the 1800s and later expanded or extended to house more American soldiers in the 1900s. And in 1942, when the Japanese military police called Kempaitai occupied this area, they used this as prison cells and torture chambers. In fact, one of our past Philippine president was imprisoned here for 16 days. Did you know who that past president is? Filipinos? Okay, so the Philippine president that was imprisoned here for 16 days was Elpidio Quirino. So this American barracks was before a Spanish office. So the Spanish offices was located right here. So the Maynila name, did you know where it came from? No. Well, the Maynila name came from two words, Maynilad or the place with nilad. So this area was found abundant, very abundant with nilad plant. Nilad plant is a type of mangrove plant. That's why they called it Maynilad that turns into Maynila. So Maynila was there's already a Tagalog settlement before the Spaniards arrived here in Maynila. And it is led by Raja Sulaiman, the last Muslim ruler of Maynila. So the Spanish conqueror Miguel Lopez de Legazpi made Manila into turned Manila into a capital city and linking it to Europe and the Americas through the Manila-Acapulco galleon trade. Are you familiar with that Manila-Acapulco galleon trade? So the Manila-Acapulco galleon trade involved ships bringing Asian goods to Mexico in exchange for silver. And then this silver were returned here in Manila, boosting its economy and making it as one of the world's major trading ports in the 1600s. Alright, so now, yes?
President, is this the first president or the second president?
No, the first president he is not the first president of the Philippines, Del Picho Quirino. He was not. Yeah. So now we are, as you can see, as you will notice, there are some ulteriorities, shells, and canyons here inside the Fort Santiago. So those are just the remains of the war that was excavated in Manila Bay. So we are going now to the gate of Fort Santiago. So this is just the extension of Fort Santiago. The Fort Santiago itself is beyond that gate. Let's proceed here. This is just a picnic ground as well as this area. So sometimes students do their activities or projects here, and also some do photo shoots for their prenups and debut.
Iya, yang kabibili enak tuh pasti.
So yeah, you're not allowed. It's not safe to. So right now we are here at the bridge before reaching the gate of Fort Santiago. So this is what you call moat. So the golf course beyond the walls, covering the walls of the whole Intramuros, was before a moat. And then when the American occupied Manila, they buried it with soil due to sanitary and health reasons. And this one is already excavated by the Intramuros administration. So it's part of their defensive ditch. So as you can see, the bridge is not directly connected at the center of the gate. So it's also part of their defense, so that the invaders, they can prevent the invaders from immediately reaching the gate, like ruining their momentum. That's what they call it. So now we are going to the gate of Fort Santiago. So shall I? I'll just discuss the information about the gate here. So the gate of Fort Santiago, or the name of Fort Santiago, was named after Saint James, the Moor slayer. So Saint James, or Santiago Matamoros. So he was an apostle of Jesus, slaying the Moorish enemies of Christian Spain during the Reconquista period, and he was also the patron saint of Spanish soldiers. So the remaining original part at that gate are the two soldiers on its post. So you will see it later once we're close to to the gate. And the walls or the gate of Intramuros of the Fort Santiago was also destroyed during World War II. So during the restoration, they um, they they remove it, the bricks, and then they bring it back. So that's why we cannot tell which is the original or which is not. So the whole Intramuros was 90% destroyed during the World War II. So let's proceed inside the gate of Fort Santiago. I will not let you take photos now. After the tour, I'll give you free time to roam around the whole Fort Santiago. As we will notice, there are gaps at the walls of the Intramuros, the whole Intramuros. So that gap is where they place the guns and cannons before.
For defense.
Yes, for defense. And the Pasig River Esplanade is now connected to Fort Santiago. The entrance will be over there.
It's really nice.
So the soldiers that I told you earlier was these soldiers. Those soldiers.
They're soldiers of what? The Spanish?
Yeah, like a Guardia Civil. That's what they called the guards before, during the Spanish period.
This was the
So this is the gate. Then these two soldiers are the remaining original part of the fort. So let's proceed inside.
Doon muna tayo sis. Sa loob ng museum. Tara.
So we are now inside the Fort Santiago. So this area is what you call Plaza de Armas. So this Plaza de Armas was also a parade ground of the fort, of the soldiers, and these were used as a space to store arms as well. And at the center of the plaza is the monument to Dr. Jose Rizal. Did you know who Dr. Jose Rizal is? Our national hero, the Philippine national hero, Dr. Jose Rizal. So he was a nationalist writer and a reformist who exposed the realities of the Spanish colonization here in the Philippines. And when the Philippine Revolution broke out in 1896, he was imprisoned and sentenced to death. So the white building over there is where he was imprisoned from November 3 until December 29 in the morning of 1896, and it is now the Museum of Dr. Jose Rizal. Let's proceed here. So later on, if you would like to go to the comfort room, this is the comfort room.
What is the comfort room?
A restroom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a toilet over there.
Oh, restroom. Look at that.
So we are now at the Rahan Sulaiman Theater. So before this was the artillery's officers' barracks, and then later was destroyed during the World War II. And then they repurposed it as an open-air theater. So every Sunday, we have a cultural dance performance here. However, today they are not available since they received an award, so they had to receive it and perform somewhere else. So every Sunday we have an event here, and sometimes we do held other events here at the Raha Sulaiman Theater. So did you know where that name came from? As I've said earlier, it is named after Raha Sulaiman, the last Muslim ruler of Manila. So this is where they found the last settlement, the Tagalog settlement, so this area. So let's proceed there.
Is that statue Raha Sulaiman?
This one? No, Jose Rizal.
Oh, that's Jose Rizal.
Yes. You can also visit their museum later on after our tour. It's also free. So this is Cuarto Escuela, or known as the lecture room for petty officers. So as I've said earlier, Dr. Rizal was imprisoned in that white building from November 3 to December 29. And from December 29 in the morning until December 30 in the morning, he was here. He was transferred here on this chapel cell. So they named it as chapel cell because according to documents, he married Josephine Bracken here in this chapel cell an hour before he was executed. So from December 30, 1896, he was escorted going to Bagong Bayan or the Rizal Park to be executed by a firing squad. So Dr. Jose Rizal was 5'2" long. It was measured by his clothes. So some of his clothes are inside the museum of Dr. Jose Rizal. So maybe later you can visit that. Let's proceed upstairs. So upstairs is the Casa del Castellano. So it is the 4th Commander's house. Be careful, watch your step, everyone.
They abandoned the place, not knowing that everybody was massacred inside. A total of more than 600 people died there. And so when the Americans came, they just hauled all the dead persons and put it over here. This is a mass grave for those who had died. Yeah. This is the dungeon over here. More than 600 people died here.
So this area was once the location of the Casa del Castellano, the 4th Commander's house. So from there, this is the first floor of the house of the 4th Commander, and the underground is the mezzanine, what you call that? Like the ground level. So this is the first floor. So during the American occupation here, they found 600 bodies around the Fort Santiago, and they buried it in a mass grave, which is that white truss. Then this area, this underground part, is the dungeon. So before, it was a storage for powder magazines. However, due to the proximity of the river, dampness became a problem. That's why they built another storage for powder magazines, which is the Baluarte de Santa Barbara.
That is for you to...
And after that, they repurposed it as dungeons. And in here, the political enemies of Spain was imprisoned and tortured. And during the Japanese occupation, there are 75 people murdered inside, killing them with suffocation and starvation. So now we are going inside the dungeons. So everyone, are you fine with that? Do you have phobia with enclosed area or no? Okay, let's go. So inside you will see the actual photos of the Manila massacre captured by the Americans.
Creepy. Not gonna lie. I never once, but we're gonna go over there. So they go inside. Oh. Oh. Uh-oh. It's kind of wiggly.
You can start roaming around here.
Over there. Sinasamba na natin yung Japan.
Spanish. Nauna yata ang Spanish.
Wait, I don't want to take pictures. Once you're done with the shadowing, you're going to the exit. Sige po.
Ano kulay ko kanina? Gusto ko white.
So now we are here at Falsa Braga Media Naranja. So it is named Media Naranja because of its half circular shape, like a half orange. Media Naranja. So this is a false wall. Another another part of Intramuros which is used for defense. So that one is the garita or the lookout post for the Guardia Civil. So imagine there are soldiers here looking over there if there are invaders. So they're the ones who protect this area since this is the location of the fourth commander's house. And across the river, this is the Pasig River. Across the river is the San Nicolas and Binondo. So San Nicolas and Binondo is the home of the Christian Chinese and the famous Manila Chinatown. So after this, we are going to proceed to the Lego Museum. So it is an air-conditioned area. Might as well go there, right? Let's go.
Let's go. So it's about that.
So inside the Lego Museum, you are not allowed to touch the Lego structures. And you are allowed to take photos, but please do not touch it. And I'll give you about 2 minutes. Please do not go upstairs. Later after the tour, you can still roam around this area. So we'll just finish our tour.
Plaza Gobernador. That's big. Where's the San Agustin Church? So I think those rooms are around. It's like that one, not like that. This is very small. Yeah, it's probably down. Probably outside.
But it used to be a
Santo Domingo Church. Yeah.
It used to be Santo Domingo.
Yes.
Now it's a bank.
This one is the Bureau of the Treasury now. Just in front of Palacio del Gobernador is this one. It's still there.
But it used to be
A ayuntamiento or the home of the city's court and council. Now it's the office of the Bureau of the Treasury.
treasury.
Question. That red and white, the flag with the red crosses in the building near the entrance?
Outside of the entrance, there was a white building.
It's an embassy of Georgia.
Oh, that is the Georgia flag. Okay.
Flag, yeah.
Such a weird picture of the Georgia.
Yeah. Iglesia de San Francisco. Oh.
That is now the Mapua University. So it's already a university now.
Cool.
There are 7 churches inside the Intramuros before, and the only church that survived the war
San
is the
Agustin.
San Agustin Church. So it is now declared as a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
Because it survived the war.
It survived the war. And the other one is the Manila Cathedral, which is rebuilt 8 times already. Then the other churches is now another establishment. This one, the Silahis or the Lourdes Church, was now the biggest souvenir shop here in Intramuros.
But all of this is in Intramuros.
Yes. Then the aduana was before a customs house. It is now being constructed as the national archives of the Philippines.
What is a customs house?
Like foreign, they store that the foreign goods and check it for
Customs.
like yes, customs. So let's proceed with our tour. We are near at the end of our tour, so you'll have your free time to walk around the area. Let's just wait for the others. Hello, hello. So now we are at the gallery of the last poem that Dr. Jose Rizal wrote, the Mi Ultimo Adios, or My Last Farewell. So it is translated into different languages that he knew. This is a tribute to the side of Rizal, which is very conversant in different languages. So these are the translations of that poem. And over there is the aljibe or water cistern. So that is the original part here, in the only original part here in Casa del Castellano. However, it is now the Papa Cafe, a coffee shop. So it's a famous coffee shop here. So before I leave you here, I would like to thank you for joining our free guided tour. So every weekend, the Intramuros administration held this free guided tour. So if you'll come back next time, might as well go here during the weekend. So I hope that you enjoyed your tour and you gain a lot of knowledge in our history. And yeah, so this is the end of our tour. Thank you so much on behalf of Intramuros administration. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. So you are now free to roam around the Fort Santiago. All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Take care, everyone. Thank you po.
Check lang natin kung ano to. Mi Ultimos Adios. My Last Farewell, English. Huling paalam, Tagalog. Ito ay Chinese. Korean. Hindi ko na siya mabasa. Rizal Lobo, Posledni, Sbom. Ito Arabic. Hungary. Huling paalam, Italy. Ba't ganito? Romanian. Ano ba to? And Italian. Salita. Hindi ko na mabasa yung iba. Tapos Brazil, tapos friendship between Germany. So, iba't ibang language sinalin yung ano niya, huling paalam. So ayun, tapos ang ating Intramuros walk tour, Fort Santiago walk tour. So tatanungin natin nag-request ng tour na to, walk tour ng Intramuros. So anong masasabi mo sa tour ng Intramuros?
So I think it's okay and it's worth it. I get to know a lot of information about Intramuros and Fort Santiago at the same time.